Hello, welcome back for the second and final, it's going to be the final part of this run through of nations. So we'll do another half an hour and I hope I can show you a lot of stuff during that time. Okay, so we are ready to get going. It's Draco's turn. If you haven't seen the first part, just click the little eye up there and go straight to part 1 where you will see when we start playing. So otherwise this won't make much sense to you, I think. Okay, so Draco's turn and he's going to deploy a worker now. So he will send a guy to go into the military actually. Yeah, because he doesn't want to lose. I mean, it costs him 2 food here, but if he doesn't have more military than me, he will lose 3 food at the end of the round anyway. So that costs him 1 stone. Now he will instantly get 3 more military power. And now he realizes that maybe he shouldn't have bought that war, it doesn't really matter. But anyway, I just want to show you different things in the game. Okay, so that was Draco's turn. Now it's my turn, and I think I will deploy another guy. So let's see, right now I'm generating 3 stone, 1 gold, but it's gobbled up at that one. I want to generate some, because since I was the first player, Draco started with 1 in culture and I started on 0, so I want to get some culture as well. So I think I will send 1 guy to work in the Lyceum, which cost me 1 stone once again. It's not always 1 stone, but in the beginning it is, and then it gets more expensive. So that means at the end of the round I will get another stone and some more culture. Okay, so it's Draco's turn. He will send a guy to the brewery because he needs to get food for his berserker there. That costs him 1 stone, and then we go back to me. I want to win the military strength run, I guess. I only have 1 more guy though. Draco has 3 guys though. So I think, if I don't put this guy out, I will get 1 food and 1 culture for him. And yeah, I get, I think, yeah, because I can't really produce any food in any other way, so I think I would just leave it there, actually. I can't really see any point in doing. Okay, so yeah, I will just leave it like this, I think, and there's nothing else I can do, so I will pass, and then we have these cards. I'll just show that I have passed, which I really love. You should have this for more games. I'm thinking about getting these cards for other games as well, because that's just so good to just be able to show I'm passed. So in a lot of games you're asking, oh, have you passed already or whatever. Okay, and then it's Draco's turn, and now it's only his turn, so now he will just do stuff. And now he has the chance, because I passed, now he has the chance to do some stuff that will really mess with me. Yeah, so Draco's a smart little dragon. He's going to, he's going to do his special action. He will spend 1 food, and he will get +3 in military strength for this round. So that way, all of a sudden, Draco has 6 in military strength. And if he would have thought this through, he could have bought the war, because then I would have lost the war. So, okay, so now he's in the lead. He's going to get that, he's not going to lose food. I'm going to lose food. Oh, this is going to be rough for me. Okay, and then he will spend another guy. Oh, he didn't spend a guy there, he just did this action. I actually mark it like this. You just put this little X there so you know that he used it this round. He will spend a guy in the brewery to generate more food. That costs him 1 stone. And then I think he will place 2 guys in the slave church. That costs him 2 stones. That's all the stone he has. But now he will instantly get 2 stability. So look at that. Draco pulls ahead even on the stability. So that's really bad for me. But that's how it goes. Okay, and then Draco will pass because he can't do anything else really. And so now we take a look at this helper card. So now we go to resolution phase. The first thing that happened is the production. I'll just do this one. We can do this simultaneously, but we'll do it once. I will help Draco out basically. Okay, so first we have the gold. So let's check the gold. I get 1 gold, I lose 1 gold, so that's a wash. Food, I'll get 2. This guy is not active, so I'll get 3 food. Like that. Then we have the stone. I'll get 1, 2, 3-4 stones. That's good. That's the only thing that's really looking good for me right now. I realize I should have probably taken food at the beginning in the growth of the first round, but anyway. And then finally we have the culture, the books. And let's see, what do I have? I have 2, 3. Yeah, okay, so I'll get 3 books up here. And why do I want to have books? Well, if it ends like this, then I have 1 player behind me, I will get 1 point. And it's not that strong in 2-player game. If you're like 4 or 5 players and you're in the lead, you get a lot of points that way. Okay, so that was my production. Now we go to Draco. Draco for gold. He doesn't generate any gold, doesn't lose any gold either. Food. He generates 4 food, but he loses 2 there, so he nets 2 food. Then we have the stone. He doesn't generate any stone. That's bad for him though. He doesn't have any stone, so yeah. And then we have the books. He generates 2 books, 3, 4 books. Wow. So he's in the lead on the culture track as well. He's all the way up to 5. Okay. So it's looking good for this little dragon so far. And so we did the production. Now he has this special ability. After the production, he can force me to lose 1 resource of one of those 4 kinds. I think he will force me to lose a food. Because I only have 3 food. This is not going to be good for me. Okay, that was his special ability. He pillaged me or something like that. Then we go to the player order. And the player order is whoever has the most military will go first. So now Draco will be the first player for the next round. Like that. Then we go to wars, and so we have a war, but we both win the war, no one is affected, so this goes away, like that. And then we have the event, and we do the text first and then the famine. This is quite important. And so what happens now is whoever has the least military, which is me, loses 3 food. Now the thing is, I don't have 3 food, I only have 2. So I will lose my 2 food, which this really sucks, and then I will lose 1 victory point, no matter how much food I don't have, or resource, and then I will lose 1 book for each resource that I didn't have, which in that case is a 1 food, because I was supposed to lose 3 food, right? So I'll lose 1 book there as well, and this game can be really hard to do in some cases. So the second thing on the event is whoever has the least stability, which is me once again, go last. I already am going last, and then I lose 1 gold as well, so there's 1 coin. Wow, this is not a good start for me. And then we go to the famine. Everybody has to pay 2 food. Not a problem for Draco, he has a lot of food, but I don't have any food. So once again I will lose 1 victory point. I will lose whatever food I have, which is none. I will lose 1 victory point, and then I will lose 2 books because I didn't have that 2 food that I needed to lose. So I'm back to 0. Look at that. It's so terrible. Wow, so terrible. Okay, and now we will score the books, and Draco has 1 player behind him. He will get 1 victory point. So he made me lose 2, or he made, but sort of I lost 2. Well, he made me actually, because he did this one, which got me -3 food, and then he made me lose the war, which also made me lose 3 food. So yeah, he got 1 point, I lost 2, so he basically netted 3 points in that round alone. So that was the first round. It did take a while, but that's how it goes. And so now we are ready for the second round, and we will do the maintenance phase first. And in the maintenance phase, we will move the round marker to the next round, just up here. Oh, by the way, I'm doing this wrong. Draco didn't get that point, because you don't score the books every round. You score them here at the end of the age, end of the antiquity age, before we go to medieval. So Draco didn't get that point, sorry. You don't score the books every round. I'm confused. Okay. So, now that we clear that up, let's go to progress cards. Now we will refill the market, or the progress board. So everything that didn't get bought down here, it gets removed. like this. And these go down here, and they go to the most left, but now there's 4 of them, so then we'll put out new cards. So we'll just go for 2 here. Here's an archer, military. He's good because he doesn't require any food or anything. Here's a colony. That's good that that came up, so I can show that. We can conquer it, but you need 6 military strength, plus you have to pay the 2 gold to conquer it. Oh, here's a battle, Siege of Troy. This one will cost 2 gold as well. And when you do that, you will get the raid value you have in one of these resources. So as you can see down here, I have a raid value of 3 here. It doesn't increase if I get more guys here, but if I have at least 1 guy here, I'll get a raid value of 3. And that means if I buy this battle, the Siege of Troy, then I will get 3 books, 3 food, or 3 stone. I have to pick one of those. Then we have, oh, here's a advisor as well, Archimedes. He will give you 1 stone each round in the production, but you will also get 1 private architect per round, so only you can use that architect to build wonders and so on. Here's a Wars of Alexander, a synagogue, which is good for money and culture, and Petra, which is a nice wonder. Okay, so that was it for the progress cards, and now we go to growth. Now we get to either get a new worker, or we can get 3 of one of the 3 basic resources. I think you do this in player order. So I think Draco he's the first player. He will choose stone, of course, because he doesn't have any stone. So right now he can't move any guys here. So he'll get 3 stone. And guess what? I will take 3 food. That's a given. I don't have any food, so I thought food was really so easy for me because I'm India and I generate extra food, but yeah. Okay, and so that was the growth. Now we go to the new event. So we will just replace this one with a new event here. I'll just put it on top like that. And that's Pax Romana. Whoever has most military gets 1 victory point. By the way, Draco will drop 3 military because he got that temporary for that round because he used his old Uppsala wonder. And then we have the Han Dynasty. Most stability may take 1 worker and plus 3 food. So that's like you get 1 new worker and you get the 3 food that he needs for the first year round, basically. That's cool. I want to have that. I want to go for most stability. Okay, and so yeah, and then we do the architect. There's no architects on this card. There will be no architects coming from the card, but we will get 1 from the to being 2 players. So there's only 1 out there now, which could be a bit tricky. And so we go to action phases, and Draco is the first one to act. I think he will be looking at this board first and foremost. So he wants to buy something, I guess. And I think Draco is interested in because he's military right now. Well, it costs him food, yeah. I think he wants more strength so he can take Armenia, the colony. Maybe he wants to buy something first. I mean, if he gets the archer, it's only a 2 strength per guy you put here, but it has a raid value of 4, which is good. Or does he want to get the Siege of Troy right away? Oh, he only has 1 goal, by the way, so he doesn't have that many options. Okay. Okay, so he doesn't. Okay, but I think then, you know what? Draco will do the expansion action. He will do the 5th action. He will take a turmoil card. When he takes it, he will instantly get, or for this round, he will have 2 stability less. He doesn't really care about that because it's not so important for him to get that free worker there because he has a bunch of food anyway and all that stuff. So here you can play a dynasty card or take 2 gold. Now his dynasty cards are, he could get a new ability which he would have a raid value of 6 in total, plus 3. That would be cool for him though. Or he could get this one to, whenever he buys an advisor, he gets 4 books. That's not really that interesting right now. But I think Draco will take 2 gold because he's so stuck just having 1 gold. So you take 2 gold right away so that he can do some stuff. So that was his turn. He took the turmoil card. Well, there should be just one, by the way. They are depending on how many architects there's out. Okay, so then it's my turn. And I think I'm not really in that much of a panic for food right now. I want to get my military strength up, which will cost me gold. Then I need to have gold or generate gold. So I could move some guys around perhaps, but I do want to have stability as well. Wow, this is hard. I think, you know what? I will get the battle. So I'll pay my 2 gold that I have, and I'll buy this battle, sort of engage in the battle. And so I have a raid value of 3, so I can pick 3 of one of these. I will pick 3 food because I need to get that up. I need to get that going. This card is just removed, and I'll get to 3 food. I have some food and so on, but I don't want to end up in that situation again, because I know that Draco can use his old ups. No, that was a one-time thing. Okay. Yeah, but okay. So that was my turn. Now it's Draco's turn, and now that Draco has some money, he's going to buy something. But he will do it like this. There's no rush for him, because he knows that I can't get Armenia either, because I only have 3 military strength. I need 6 for that. So what he will do is his special action again, old Uppsala, and so he will pay 1 food to get some temporary 3 military strength, and so he's up to 6. And then he knows that when it comes back to him, he can get that colony. So it's my turn. I don't have any gold now, so I'm not going to buy anything. I'm going to probably... I want to get my military strength up. It's not that important for me. I want to get my stability up though, because I can see that Draco is probably going for Armenia, which means he won't have any gold left to buy the war here. So maybe I think I will do that. I will send my my last guy here to work at the city wall. That will cost me 1 stone, but he will generate 2 stones, so it's really good. And he will generate 1 stability for me right now, which means I'll pull ahead here, and so I feel safe that I will win that most stability event thing there. So it's Draco's turn, and as we predicted, he will spend 2 gold to get the Armenia, because it requires you have to have 6 military strength, which he has, and so this will generate 2 stone for him every round until if he can replace it if he wants to get another colony. But so that's really strong for him. He doesn't really have any stone generators otherwise, so that was perfect for him thanks to his military strength there. So it's my turn, and what do I want to do really? I don't know. I don't have any gold. Am I happy with what I'm producing? I mean, right now I don't really need military strength. So having that guy there is not really needed. This is what I'm thinking at least. So I'll spend 1 stone. Cost 1 stone. Well, it doesn't cost anything to fire him. That's just free. Then I have to spend 1 stone to move him over here to the city wall, where he will generate more stone, and he will instantly give me 1 more stability. So I'm really making sure that Draco can't catch up with me there, no matter what he does, basically. But I have missed something, not in the game rules, but I missed something tactical, because Draco still has 1 gold. He still has 1 gold, so now Draco can really make my life hard, and he will do that, because that's how we play this game. It's quite, mean sometimes. So he will spend 1 gold to instigate the 3 Kingdoms War. And this war will mean that you lose 5 gold if you lose the war. And remember, because Draco is on 6 strength here, that's where the mark will end up. And now every player has to have at least 6 strength, or they will lose the war, lose a point, and lose 5 gold. I don't have any gold, so I mean, if I lose this war, I'm in so much trouble. Wow, That is so bad for me, and that forces me. I mean, I can't solve this, but it forces me. Draco, what are you doing? It forces me to spend a stone now and move someone to the chariot. Oh, by the way, when I moved him off the chariot, I lost all my strength, so I'm down to 0 now. So now I have to move 2 guys over here just to get to 6. And that messes up my strategy in other aspects, which means Draco can take advantage of that. And that's what he's planning, of course. Okay, so Draco is really ahead on the book track there. I don't think I will catch up to him. But it's just 1 victory point. It's just 4 victory points in the game in total. In a 2-play game, it doesn't really... It's not that important. So I'm going to move this guy. I already paid a stone. I will move this guy over here to the chariot. And that means I get 3 strength back at least. And then I have to do that once more. Luckily, I do have the stone for it. So, I mean, if I didn't have stone then, I would be so screwed. So we can be really evil, really mean to each other in this game. But I like the game anyway. I think it's fun because you can do that, but it's now it just happened to be that we got really strong wars coming up for cheap. It doesn't always go like that because it's random with the card drawing, of course. So now Draco, he's happy about the war and all that. He can handle it. Let's see, he has food. We will have famine, cost of 2 food there. He has most military, he will get a point then. And he doesn't really care for the stability. I think I think he's pretty happy where he is right now. He doesn't want to lower his stability down to the revolt there, because that's bad, then you start losing stuff. I think... Well, he can figure out that I will go up there to the 6 in military strength, right? That makes sense, because I don't want to lose the war. And that means that he wants to get even more military, so he wins the military and gets that 1 point. So I think actually he will move a guy, he will spend 1 stone, move a guy from the not from the slave church, from the brewery. That doesn't add up either, because then he doesn't generate enough food. Oh, wow. This is hard. He doesn't want to go into revolt, because then he will lose 1 book and he will also lose 1 victory point. So, but either he does that, or he doesn't get the victory point for winning, for being stronger than me in military. But then again, military does set the player order as well. So I think actually Draco, he already paid a stone. He will move 1 guy from the slave church to be in the military. And so he can handle the food cost, because he has two guys generating. So he generates 4 food there, it costs him 4 food here. He's happy with that. But now he gets 3 more military strength, so he's all the way up to 9. Okay, so it's my turn. Now he should have bought the war, really. Because he could have waited, because I didn't have any money, so he could have waited and bought it now, but he got a bit ahead of himself there, I guess. So now it's my turn. I have to move another guy. I'll pay 1 stone, and I'll move 1 guy from the city wall then to the military, which means I will get 3 military, but I will lose 1 stability. It doesn't really matter, I will win stability anyway. And now I will handle the war, so that's good. Otherwise I would have been so far behind. I couldn't lose 5 gold, which means I would have lost 5 books, which I can't lose either, which means I would have lost points. So that would have been really bad. Okay, and so it's Draco's turn, and I think he's done with this round, really. Yeah, the problem for him is that... Let's see, he gets 4... Oh. No, there's no problem. He can handle this. Yeah, he can handle this, because he will get 4 food, he will lose 4 food, he still has 3 food to pay for the famine. And he didn't have to give up his stability either. Oh, he did by the way. Yeah, because he moved the guy over here. So now he only generates 1 stability, but he loses 2 stability from the turmoil, right? Which means in total, yeah, I forgot to move the marker. In total, he has -1. So he will lose a point from that and 1 book. And he still is so ahead on the book, so it doesn't matter to him. Okay, so he will pass. He will pass like that, and so it's my turn, and let's see, I can handle the war. Here's a problem though. I'm just generating 1 gold, and I need 2 gold to pay for those guys. I don't have any gold. Oh, this is so hard. Sometimes this game is just, twist your mind. You have to figure everything out. I have to move another guy. There's no way around it. So I'll pay 1 stone to move 1 guy from the city wall to the quarry. So I generate 1 more gold, and I do lose 1 stability right away for that. But I'm still in the lead, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, so that was the second round, and now we go to the resolution phase. So we'll have the production. Let's just start with me, and so let's see, gold. I will generate 2, I will lose 2, so nothing happens. Which also is bad, because I need gold for the next round to be able to buy stuff out here. And then we have food. And I'm not generating any food. I'm not losing any food either. Stones, I'll get 4 stones. I have good stone production though, I must say. So I'm happy with that. So 4 stones, and I don't generate any books, which is kind of bad also. Oh, I get 2 food, by the way, from this one. I almost forgot. So I get 2 food there. And this one doesn't kick in because I don't have anyone undeployed. Okay, so that was my production. Now we go to Draco's production. Let's see, for the food, for the gold, no gold. Food, he gets 4, but he spends 4, so nothing happens. For the stone, he doesn't generate any stone. That's kind of hard for him. He only has 2, so maybe he can choose to get stone in the growth the next round. And books, he will generate 1, 2, 3 books. So it's all the way up there. And then after production, remember, Draco can make me lose 1 resource. I think he will make me lose. Oh, I'm not sure about this. Can he make me lose gold when I don't have gold? I'm not sure about this. Tell me in the comment section about this. Maybe he can force me to lose gold, which means I would lose book, which means I would lose points instead. I'm not sure about that, but I think he would just make me lose 1 stone. Yeah. So, and if you have more players, then of course the resource that he chooses will affect everyone. Everyone will lose 1 of that, so he has to check everybody and figure out how can I hurt them the most. Okay, and that was the production. Now we go to player order while Draco is ahead once again. So he keeps his number 1 player order. Then we go to the war. Everybody can handle the war, so it's no problem. We just remove it. Then we go to events. Whoever has the most military gets a point. That's Draco, so 1 point to him. And whoever has the most ability may take 1 worker and 3 food. And that's me. So I'm going to take a worker now. So I can take him from here, which means I would lose 3 stability. That's not cool, unless you built it up here first. So I'll take one of these guys that cost me 3. Now I can see -3 food in the production. So I'll get 3 food right away from this special event. I'll get 3 food and I get the worker. That's really cool. Now I have a bunch of food here, so I'm going to be able to pay for him next round as well here. Okay, so that was cool. And so that was the event, and now we go to famine. Speaking of food, I'll pay my 2 for famine. Draco pays 2. And then we go to, now we will score the books, because now we're at the end of this antiquity era. Now Draco will get a point for being in the first place in a 2-player game, so we'll get 1 point. I think it should be more in a 2-player game. I think you could tweak that so you always get like 2 points at least or something, because now books aren't really that interesting to fight over in a 2-player game, I think. And the rulebook actually addresses this and says like, yeah, it's not that important in a 2-player game, but it's still 1 point. But I think they should raise it. I know that in Nations, the dice game, which is a lovely game as well, one of my favorite games. In that one, you actually have that effect. So if you are two play game, you get it's 2 points and so on. Okay, so now we are done with this round. And so we will do the maintenance for the next round and so on. But I will stop there. You've seen 2 rounds. You've seen a bit how the game plays. There will be a bunch of different cards. And we will change this deck now and get to the level 2 cards, and it goes all the way up to level 4. So it's a really long, epic, cool game. I really like this one, and I really recommend it if you're into sort of a bit more mid-heavy games and you like nation building and all that. So thank you so much for watching. Please like the video down here. Press the like button if you like the video. I guess you have, since you've been watching all this time. all my thinkings and all that and so on. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much to everyone who's subscribed. Thank you for every comment I get. Thank you for every like I get. I really appreciate all that support that you're giving me. You are the best viewers I could ever wish for. So take care and have a great evening or morning or whenever you're watching this. Bye bye.
Board Games with Niramas is sponsored by Alara Games in Sweden.